Ravens killed it in that one? Do you think we did good? Did we progress? Are we a better team today than we were yesterday? We're gonna discuss this and a couple of things more coming right now.
Renegade, renegade.
Yo, my name is Sunny. Welcome to SCG Sports. If you love Ravens content, please subscribe, hit that like, and come more because I am coming back with videos. I know I have been away from the channel. I know I haven't produced a lot. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I did get some long COVID effects, and other than that, I have my other channel, AFC North. Go subscribe. We did stream live last night. Great show. If you like to see more of that holistic AFC North content. Okay, let's just get into it. Again, my whole idea with this video is to give you my perspective of what I think happened last night, what I think if you're better or not. I can grade these picks, and if there's some people here in the live section, we'll take some comments or questions. Okay, saying that, Ravens started at 14, and when we're sitting there at 14, and again, you can go watch back. I'm like, edge. If you follow me, I've been claiming for an edge for forever. One of my co-hosts asked me, Sonny, you think they will do Hamilton? Never thought about it, right? I'm like, no, why? Right. Like McDuffie, yeah, maybe, right? I still won a D lineman type of guy, and the Eagles went above us and got Davis. And I don't know if they would have gotten Davis, to be honest. I'm not sure if that would have been the pick, if Davis would have been there. I'm actually going to assume that it wouldn't be, right? But the Eagles did. So I said, okay, so there's no Davis. So Karlaftis is there. I'm okay with Karlaftis. I'm okay with Johnson. I'm actually okay with them trading back and get more picks because I have been saying the Ravens should trade back into the first to get Linderbaum. Right? So, and that worked out differently. We'll discuss that. Okay, so they stayed put, no calls. They did not receive any calls, and they decided to go with Hamilton. Now, what do I think about Hamilton? Look, Hamilton is a hell of a player. I haven't slept. I slept an hour and a half before the draft last night, and today I've been doing homework. I've been doing a bunch of other stuff, including I've been scouting receivers, Pickens, and others. I've been watching tape on Hamilton specifically because I did watch Linderbaum's tape, but not necessarily Hamilton. Saying that, what I see from the tape of Hamilton is great. It's great. And I will be even more excited if we didn't have Williams. And because Kyle Hamilton right now feels like it's a next year pick. That's what it feels like. It feels like a next year pick. Chuck Clark not coming back, and then you get Hamilton. That's what it feels to me like. Because even the best safety, they are the best safety in the league. Think about Minka, Bates, Williams that we just got. They are at best a B minus coverage, right? At best, mostly C plus. If you're an average safety and you cannot cover one-on-one, that's essentially what it is. Okay, so saying that, right now, where like if you put in your starting lineup, where's Kyle Hamilton? Well, I'm assuming they're gonna slide in and slot. Okay, what I'm gonna assume is you're gonna see less from Kyle Hamilton in man situations. And when you see him, you're going to slide him in the slot because I thought Stevens was probably going to be the slot corner coming up next year. So in space, this dude is incredible. Awareness A plus, right? He can read this field. He has the vision. He can process the quarterback's eyes in the play, and he can make the play, right? And his awareness is good. And I'm not saying he cannot cover one-on-one. I'm just saying that's probably not his best attribute. And that's basically all safeties, right? So saying that, this pick for me, player-wise, is an A plus. Like the player, like if in a vacuum, this player's an A plus. But the fit right now, I would call like a B, right? Like a B right now. And what the problem that I have with the Ravens is talking about the next thing that happened was they traded Hollywood Brown. And if that trade was already set, right? You're losing Hollywood Brown and you're getting a first round pick. Why not go to 11? and get a receiver. Now, I've been against drafting a receiver in the first round, but it's because we have receivers. And I said also the receiver. I mean, I've been saying this for like 3 years. The receiver that we need is a receiver that is more a big body 50-50, right? There was receivers like that earlier that I haven't scout, but I'm gonna take the word of some people that said they're really good. They were there. Why not go up and get those receivers, and then you could have got Linderbaum? Cal Hamilton, in my opinion, is a luxury pick. Like, look, obviously I'm rooting for the kid. I want him to be killing it. But with Chuck Clark there, I would have wanted at 14. We haven't picked him 14 in a while to have more of an impact year one, right? That's what I thought. Johnson, Karlaftis, even though those two players might not be as good as Cal Hamilton, I would have preferred the pick or trading up because we were losing Hollywood and get another receiver. Okay. Again, I think the kid itself is A plus. I think the player, when we talk about the players, A plus. I think the pick for the Ravens is like a B. Now, the Hollywood Brown trade. Look, I thought if you go back like 2 years now, when Orlando Brown Jr. got traded, I was ranting. I hated the trade. I hated the value. This trade, the value was amazing. Eric DeCosta, A plus for that trade. And Hollywood said, I want to be traded. He didn't look happy. He didn't look like a fit. He's going to his fourth year, possible fifth if you didn't pick this option. So he might be his last year here. He doesn't feel comfortable. I said yesterday that I was scared, that I was literally scared that the Lamar was gonna force feed Hollywood so he can get him the money. So obviously we don't have that problem now. Okay, so value wise, A plus. I have no problems with them trading Hollywood. And with everything that has come out right now, look like they knew, right? Like Hollywood knew, and Lamar knew. Lamar wasn't happy, but he might have been not be happy because his boy got traded. Okay, it is what it is. Now, what do we do with that pick? Look, I think it was the pick 23, right? And then we traded back 2 picks and we get a fourth. And why is that fourth important? You lost a third, the pick 100, right? You got the pick 110. You basically traded Hollywood Brown, because it's all part of the package, for a first and 10, and you lost 10 spots in the third round going to the fourth round. So you have an early fourth instead of that late third, right? Fantastic. That is like amazing value right there for Hollywood Brown. A guy that, in my opinion, hasn't performed like a first round pick. I think he's a solid receiver. I think you can say that he's a good receiver, but he has not performed up to the value as a first receiver in that draft, but a first round receiver, right? So I think the value is good, and I wish Hollywood the best. I think he probably will do good over there in Arizona. So I have no problem. But now, picking sitting on 26, I'm thinking maybe JJ, right? Karlaftis, I think it was. No, he was there. He was there when we were picking. That's the Karlaftis. And I actually says Linderbaum. And the pick was it, and it's Linderbaum. And the Linderbaum pick is an A plus on player. It's an A plus knee. It's an A plus on fit, in my opinion. As I was discussing with my co-hosts were saying, Sonny, but Lamar doesn't have the weapons and yada yada yada. And I said, like, no, wait. You have, as I told Ace, I said, look, you might have you got lucky last year. Not that you didn't have the talent, but the Joe Burrow didn't get hurt, right? I would prefer not have as much hits in my quarterback, because with every hit is the possibility of the quarterback being done for the year. And last year we lost Lamar for 5 games and we did not make the playoff. We went from 1 to 4th in the division, right? So yeah, O-line was critical. And the Ravens, and they were like, but what do you tell Lamar? What do you tell Lamar? You tell Lamar, I want you to not get hit in the pocket. Stanley, indication is he's coming back, right? He's good, progressing well. You got your left tackle. You had competition in left guard between Cleveland. That's who you will want to win the job, right? Or Powers. Solid. I'm hoping Cleveland plays better than what Powers played last year. Okay. Now you have the rookie Linderbaum there, plug it in. I think Harbaugh already said it, right? Like he said, that McCarthy's not going to be the center. It's Linderbaum. Done deal. That's it. There's don't ask anymore. That's it. Right? Got Seiler. Seiler played great last year. Best O lineman we have. And on right tackle, in my opinion, it's going to be Moses. I don't like Juwan James, but at least you have a competition. And at worst, also you have Pat McCarthy. That it was decent at right tackle. But if not, and you might draft another guy and have an open competition. In my opinion, your O line looks good for next year. A plus O line? No. B, solid B? I think so. If Stanley is back, right, that then you and he's back to what he was, all pro left tackle, good. You have a perennial or borderline pro bowler, not all pro bowler on Seiler. In my opinion, Linderbaum will be a pro bowler center, a solid left guard, a solid right tackle. I think that is a good O line overall. Commands. Look, that is what you do. Now, I will say this. I was shocked of the AJ Brown trade because I love AJ Brown. And if I would have given him first and third and whatever money he got, yes, I would have. Moving on from that, Debo Samuel, I don't know. There's something about Debo. Debo's a hell of a player, but Debo's a hell of a player in this niche category. And I think he's good in there, and that is fine. And he might come to Raven, he might be great. I don't know if I'm willing to trade. I don't know how many assets they want plus the money. I think maybe I'm would be more willing or more inclined to do that with DK Metcalf. But again, DK is a player that has some flaws. I think the problem is DK and Debo will get paid as superstar receivers, meaning Stephon Diggs or AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, like between 25 and 30, and they're not there. I don't even know if they're in the second tier. They're in the next tier. Number one receivers, but not in that category. So we go with the favorite pick right now, Kenny Pickett. Not Kenny Pickett. That's the Steelers quarterback. Go see that reaction. I'm talking about, because I'm gonna keep messing his name. The Georgia receiver. And I went and scout him, and he's fiery, but I think he fits his offense. Blocking ability, big time receiver, knows how to use his body. One thing that you will see that I always talk about receivers is when you watch the film, this is just for me, when I watch the film on a receiver, I need that receiver to catch it with here. And you're like, Sonny, they always catch it with their hands. No. This is a lot of receivers what they do. They let it come to the body. They let it bring in. They let it suck in their body, and that's when a corner. I mean, Marlon Humphrey has made a career just letting receivers let it come to the body and just sticking the fist between the arms and just punching it out. When you have it there, you squeeze it and you bring it in. It's less likely to get it out. I love his diving ability for the ball. I love and all of that works because of here. What Hollywood Brown had, and this is why he also had a lot of the dropsies, he liked to catch it in the body. Bateman is more of a hand catching receiver. Saying all that, I think Pickens will be a smart pick. I also think they should go interior D lineman, but it's not as important as wide receiver. If they go Pickens, this draft is looking amazing. I also, for the offensive purposes, I don't know, in the third round, but in the fourth with all the picks, I like the tight end out of Washington. I think it's Alton, something like that. I like him a lot. I like the tight end from Ohio State. So those are the two favorite for me. I think we need to draft a tight end in this draft. And the wide receiver, I think Pickens is the best of the bunch. And after that, I think the type of receivers that there are there, I don't know how well it matches with us. Okay. Saying all that, let me take some quick live chats that we have here. With that, we're going to close this video because it's not intended to be a long video. Hamilton makes the second ring the best in the NFL. Probably. We'll see how he fits. The question is how they're going to make him fit. Game Medicine, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming to the live stream. I love the Hamilton pick. However, I have some concern over his injury history. Of ankle and knee injury should still be a great in the secondary. Arnie Stanley should be ready for next season as long as he continues his PT rehab. Offseason program, we shouldn't rush him back because that messed up his ankle again last year. Yeah, but my question with Stanley is, you have a long ass time, right? So hopefully by now he's well recovered, and that's what we are banking on. Because if Stanley's not well recovered, this whole line is not gonna be good again. Because none of the tackles we have can play on the left side of the line. But I want to hear from you. Give me in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think about the whole AFC North? Give me grades for the AFC North. Give me grades for each pick that we have. Give me what are your thoughts about Hollywood Brown and what we should do next. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media at SCG Sport on Twitter. I also have a Facebook page at SCG Sport. Don't forget, I'm gonna start trying to do more of these live streams. Definitely when the season comes and I have my recording videos, but in the off season, anytime that something comes. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.